EOM Business Network. So much for one broadcast.
Hello everyone, it's another beautiful day and thank you very much for joining us. You're watching the EOM Business Network, indeed the voice of corporate Nigeria. I am Olorogo Elkanah Mawari. Today on the program, we shall be taking a look at the Nigerian economy from the viewpoint of industry operators. Also on the lineup is Let's Talk, and we shall be looking at Blue Moon Limited, a renowned multifaceted real estate firm in Nigeria. On Spot On, we shall bring you a seasoned real estate investment advisor, serial entrepreneur, vision-driven project management strategist, and industry captain, Abdullahi Atta, who is the founder, managing director, and chief executive officer of Resida Limited, a fast-growing, diversified real estate firm in Nigeria, and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look up to in 2024. And on the face-to-face, we shall continue our conversation with a professor of geology, certified petroleum engineer, highly acclaimed aviation services management professional, vision-driven entrepreneurial expert, and industry captain, Chris Undulue, who is the managing director and chief executive officer of CleanServe Integrated Energy Solutions Limited, a frontline aviation support solutions provider in Nigeria, and indeed one of the most distinguished CEOs to look up to in 2024. It's a package you'll love to watch. Sit back as we bring you the details. Francis Ifie is the managing director and chief executive officer of One World Unity Projects Limited, operators of Bet Baba, a fast-growing sports betting firm in Nigeria, and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look up to in 2024.
This goes back to what I've talked about in our mission, to merge ideas and technology together. So for our technology, we already have this sorted. When you register on our website, for you to complete a full cycle on a betting website, it means you must have come, you must have registered, you must have deposited money, you must have placed the bet and won, and you have withdrawn your money. At any point in time, if an underage person is able to fulfill the entire process from placing a bet to withdrawing winnings, that becomes a crime. Now, there are some people, no matter how good your security is, they might be able to sneak through. But for us, we've ensured that no underage player can complete the entire cycle. So at some point, every player needs to verify their betting account by submitting a valid document. It could be your driver's license, your voter's card, or your NIN, which we then, double check to ensure that it is the same name on that ID, that is the same name on the betting account, which is also the same name on the bank account.
You define correct odd. I be you one play correct cost. Over 1.5, I be you one bet. Say both team no go score at all. Oh yeah, we get better payout. No worry, we there for you. Our odd, chabura out. You know the feeling sure. Oh lo lo, we there for you. Oh, we there for you. You see for bet baba, we win money. Bet baba, cash out today. Your bet, we get online games for you to play. Oh God, all I want, yeah. We get better bonus. My name is not yeah. Now bet Baba day so. Cash up, no sharp. Oh darling, no. Welcome to Bet Baba.
Register today. Visit betbaba.ng.
Adiola Popo, a stylish but experienced and focused business management expert, is the executive director of Blue Moon Limited.
As the executive director, I run the operations of the company, from the technical to the customer service, the sales, the daily activities of the company. Yeah, Blue Moon is a real estate company. We're into construction, procurement, and power. I wouldn't say it has been easy, it's been challenging, and at the same time, it's been so interesting as a female, running this kind of business. Well, I think I'm enjoying it. And whatever you do that you love, you just enjoy it. And it's like I said, it hasn't been easy, but I've been enjoying doing it. It's a male-dominated, field, but I will encourage more females to come into real estate. It's where you can make extra living for yourself. At the same time, you're solving housing problems. I would want to encourage, investors to, if you're investing, you have to be sure that where you're putting your money is right. And you have to be convinced. We've delivered, this is, like you can see, we've delivered estates that residents are occupying, and we are currently on one at the moment. So, it's the right place to just keep your money and watch it grow.
Femi Olayinka, an experienced legal practitioner and corporate management expert, is the legal advisor and company secretary of Blomo Limited.
Basically, the job of legal advisor, company secretary in an organization is to take care of the secretariat. So we, as a company secretary, look at all our correspondences, our mails, and of course compliance with regulations, all government regulations. So basically it is about compliance and then not leaving out the aspect of dispute resolution, trying to manage disputes. Well, it's basically what a lawyer signs up for. So we understand the petition, looking at the specific mandate of the company secretary. We look at the area of ensuring that we are in full compliance with all government regulations and of course industry regulations too. We need to ensure that we are not running foul of any extant law that governs our area of business. Yes, and also not leaving out the very minor aspects of dispute resolution. How well are we able to manage our persons, our subscribers, to ensure that we give them comfort and give them something that has legal backing. Yeah, I think in this area we should start with the various types of title that you can have. Looking at the titles we have in Lagos, we've mentioned the certificate of occupancy, which is of extreme importance and grants statutory rights. But then don't also leave out the fact that the parcel of land in question may have fallen under annexation, falling within a government excised area, excised in favor of a community, pursuant to which, if you buy, you can still proceed to obtain governor's consent to the transaction. That is also a very good and valid title, not just the C of O.
This is Blomo Limited. Welcome to our world. We are a world-class bespoke real estate firm positioned to deliver quality in the design, development, and management of commercial, institutional, and mixed development projects. Blomo Limited is driven by the core values of professionalism, accountability, customer satisfaction, precision, and timely delivery. Blomo. Call us now on telephone number 091-6833-6865 or visit us on www.blomo.com. Abdullahi Atta, a seasoned real estate investment advisor, serial entrepreneur, vision-driven project management strategist, and industry captain, is the founder, managing director, and chief executive officer of Resida Limited, a fast-growing, diversified real estate firm in Nigeria, and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look up to in 2024.
Running a business in Nigeria could have its ups and downs, but it also comes with its rewards as well. And Nigeria is a great country to run a business and to become successful in it. And I would say there are so many factors that drives the growth of a business in this country. One is consistent innovation, and the second is integrity. The third, customer centricity and satisfaction. And in the real estate industry, integrity is very, very important. It's the key factor. It's of utmost importance in the industry, and we don't compromise for anything. Resida Limited is a real estate investment and development company which was founded in 2022. But prior to then, I've been into the real estate industry for the past 7 years. Been into sales in the industry. Also, been able to help some clients establish financial freedom through real estate, thereby creating transgenerational wealth for themselves. Offer them good landed properties, offer them good housing properties, and helping them to achieve home ownership as well. In this case, I decided that I want to create a brand which will serve as a vehicle to not just only the high-end network clients. I also want to have affordable and accessible properties to the average Nigerian and even Nigerians in diaspora as well. So that's the reason why I founded Resida, and we are more of affordability, accessibility, and a seamless process to our clients. Our mission in Resida Limited is to help our client, like I said previously, so to help our client establish financial freedom through real estate, thereby creating transgenerational wealth for themselves. And we are set to transform the lives of over 100 million people as a brand through real estate investment. We won't stop until we keep educating people how the importance of investing is to every individual. So that's our mission. Then for our vision is to transform the real estate investment space with the integration of technology within Africa and beyond. Of course, we are. And so far we've been able to assist the majority of our clients to establish that. And sometimes you hear some of our clients will call me and say, thank you very much. I didn't realize real estate was like this. I didn't realize I've fallen into so many wrong. And ever since I start dealing with your brand has really helped me. I had a client who thought that initially, she thought that real estate is for only the rich people. You understand? But we made it very easier for even an average person to be able to afford a real estate. So that's our goal. At Resida Limited, we do offer sales of lands, which is known as service plots, like an estate. And in this case, you don't have to deal with your money when you want to buy a land, and you deal with a credible real estate company like us. So we make the process very seamless, and we offer genuine assets that guarantee a good return on investment over time. And so far, we've been able to help so many of our clients to establish financial freedom while offering them these genuine properties. And we have properties located in the heart of Ekpe. We currently have an ongoing project which is known as Ekpe Palm City, and also we are set to launch a new property which we just acquired in the next couple weeks. And we're set to also launch new properties across the states in Nigeria. Our major aim is to help an average Nigerian in Nigeria or living in diaspora to create wealth through real estate, because wealth creation is very, very paramount for every individual. If you don't focus on wealth creation, you will have a lot of high rate of poverty in the country. So this is just our major focus. Ekpe Palm City is an estate which is strategically located in Ketu Ekpe. One thing about us as a brand, we don't just roll out properties in the market just because we want to sell. which we are very strategic about positioning our properties. And currently, Ekpe Palm City is strategically located in the heart of Ketu Ekpe, just 2-minute drive from the current Lagos Food Security and Logistics Hub. Lagos Food Security and Logistics Hub has promised to be the largest agro value chain in sub-Saharan Africa, and this alone will drive growth, economic growth in the whole axis of Ekpe, and this will also drive value appreciation in their property, because there will be a lot of high demand when the food and logistics hub is launched, and you have a lot of people who want to live around that area and working in the food and logistics hub, and that's why one of the reasons why we have Ekpe Palm City. And not just that, we also have the likes of the Film City, we also have the likes of the Fourth Mainland Bridge, which is going to connect from Lagos Island to Ikorodu, and Ikorodu has the access to Ekpe. So, these are the things that will drive the growth and the value appreciation of the property. So that's why we have Ekpe Palm City there. And currently, our other product which is coming out, which is Prime View, currently located in Omuala Road, which leads to the Ijebu-Ode Expressway. And currently, the government are currently working on the dualization of that road, which is a paved, rigid road. And you know what that means? That's what we have in currently the new Ekpe Expressway construction, and that alone will also drive value appreciation. And not just that, it's also 20 minutes from the Lagos Food and Logistics Hub. What I see whenever we acquire property, we don't just acquire property because we want to sell. We acquire property that has a prospect of value appreciation, and has a prospect for a growth in communal living, because it's an estate. We are looking at developing it as an estate, as a service plot. So we have high demand for those property that will guarantee a good return for our clients. So we have payment plan from like 3 months and 6-month payment plan. We are also reviewing and looking at very soon. We're also looking at offering 12 and 24 months plan, because we understand the situation of the country, and then we're also trying as much as possible to achieve our goal to enable an average Nigerian to have access to real estate investment. Well, you just have to reach out to some of our sales team. They will offer you a subscription form and an FAQ form as well, and also walk you through the onboarding process. You can make a deposit of 500,000 and spread your payment for like 3 or 6 months, or you can pay outrightly. But one good thing about us is that immediately you finish making your payment or you pay outrightly, you get allocated and you get all your documents. That's why we call it a seamless process. It's an all-inclusive payment. You don't have to start paying for documentation or those other statutory charges. And so you pay all-inclusive, yes. Like I always say, Ibeju, Lekki and Ekpe axis, including Ikorodu. We cannot phase out Ikorodu, because this development is also going to affect Ikorodu. It's going from Ibeju, Lekki to Ekpe, then down to Ikorodu. And I would say that's the next big thing, not just Lagos real estate, in Nigeria.
Chris Ndulue, a professor of geology, certified petroleum engineer, highly acclaimed aviation services management professional, vision-driven entrepreneurial expert, and industry captain, is the managing director and chief executive officer of CleanServe Integrated Energy Solutions Limited, a frontline aviation support solutions provider in Nigeria, and indeed one of the most distinguished CEOs to look out for in 2024.
The aviation industry it's not an easy one because it is cost intensive, it's labor intensive. There are so many things happening there. What many people point to is the cost of aviation fuel most of the time. That's the major cost anyway, but it's just one of the major costs. For some airlines, it might be the number one cost. But there are so many other issues in the aviation industry that are begging for solutions. And I think that we need to consciously make efforts to give support to the airlines and make sure that they're able to operate, even in this environment that we all describe as harsh. I think that when you are in the aviation industry, especially airline operators, we have to be very specific. So many people are in the industry, but the airline operators needs a lot of support to be able to continue to operate. And everywhere in the world where you see an airline doing well, that airline must enjoy a lot of support from the government, from the citizens of that country. If that doesn't happen, there is no way that airline can do well. And I think that's a kind of support that I don't think the airlines are getting as much support as they should be getting. Well, we have been talking about the cost of aviation fuel and the fact that we have had to depend on importation for a long time now. But that's about to get better. So we will have the products produced locally, and we expect that is going to affect the price of aviation fuel. We expect that will also give us some stability, because recently prices have been rising astronomically, and within a very short time prices have more than doubled within just 2-3 months. So that's not the kind of cost structure that anybody can work with. It's not the kind of cost structure that you will expect an airline to be able to absorb. And Nigeria is not, in terms of the citizenry, in terms of the market where the airlines operate in Nigeria, it's not. We cannot say that the people are rich. If you look at minimum wage, look at the average income of the average Nigerian, you'll find that it's not easy to just increase your fares and expect that, because when you increase it, you may have more than a proportionate drop in the number of passengers. So you might just end up even making less revenue than you were making before you increase your prices. So I think that's an area where government has to see if there are any concessions that the airlines will get. We also need to protect the airlines from foreign carriers who are operating in multiple destinations within Nigeria. I think that doesn't help us. If you don't nurture the industry, it will not grow. Don't protect the infant airline, because they are infant airlines if you compare them to the airlines in UK, in US. They're just starting. But yes, there must be a time when you will start. If you don't have that time when you will start and allow these airlines to grow and become strong, like the strong ones that you know, then they will never be that strong. And you will continue to be dependent on the foreign airlines. And when you are dependent on them, you lose on so many grounds, including all the issues we've been talking about. When you hear that foreign airlines have so amount of dollars trapped in Nigeria, it's our money that needs to go out because they want to send it back to their countries. So if we do well to protect our domestic airlines, some of them have the capacity to do international operations. So why don't we make sure that they're able to do it? Some of them have been doing it in the past. Why are they not doing it now? So we need to be sure that we are giving them all the support they need. You can hardly, grow your economy, have a thriving economy without a thriving airline. So you need a robust aviation industry for the economy to. Well, I think the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, we have seen some improvements. If you start from facilities at the airports, we have seen some improvements. We have seen some new terminals coming up everywhere in Lagos, in Abuja. So this is good. It's good news, and you get into the airports. It's more comfortable, and I think people are happy with that. The room for improvement is always there, so there are still a lot that need to be done. The terminal building, which is the first thing we've talked about now, is not the most important thing about an airport authority. For the airlines, they would be focusing more on the runways, on the runway lighting, and those are areas where we still need a lot of improvement. So but it's an ongoing thing. There's no way that everything will have been done the same way. For us marketers, we also feel that a lot of people have access to the airport, including marketers, registered or unregistered. So these are also some of the issues that we think that these are some of the areas we think that FAN needs to improve upon.
We are called CleanServe Integrated Energy Solutions Limited. We are a world-class energy marketing company positioned to provide all aspects of aviation fuels. CleanServe leverages on technology and automation unique web of leading aviation fuel experts and strategic partners to offer the industry a comprehensive set of solutions. At CleanServe, we deliver high-quality, safe, and timely aviation fuels. CleanServe Integrated Energy Solutions Limited. Clean energy at its best.
GCR and data pro.
Yes. Masters Energy.
They are also in Shanghai.
And this is where we bring down the curtains on today's package of the EOM Business Network. Thank you very much for spending your valuable time with us. We hope it was worth your while. But just in case you missed out on any aspect of it, then you can come with us to any of our feedback portals, as you can see on the screen. Our deep gratitude to you, our sponsors, for your continued interest and support. Always remember, with you and us, we are champs. Oh yes, I remain Olorogo Elkanah Mowari. Please, let's do this again, same time, same channel next week. We'll see you then.